What up, peeps? Welcome to Icast 2018. This is the very last day of Icast, and we decided to use it by doing a little podcast for you guys, a public podcast. It feels kind of weird. Usually we do this in the house alone, but there's people around and they're looking at us. So it's chill, though. It's actually pretty cool. These past few days have been amazing without your guys' support, and everyone buying these baits and buying us out within the first 25 minutes, we wouldn't be able to do this. So this is our first ever booth. We're a 2-week-old company, and it just feels really surreal, incredible. And I think all of us can agree that this has been a huge role flip for us. I remember 2 years ago, I was waddling around with a little camcorder, filming other companies, and now we are the company that people are coming around and filming. So it's a really surreal but badass feeling, and we get to flaunt our baits that we're super proud of. But anyway, I'm not going to talk too much about the baits. We're just going to kind of open up for discussion, let you guys know what goes on in these kind of events from our perspective, just because we've been on both spectrums, like I said. And it's just been a lot of fun. We've seen a lot of you guys, too. It's crazy. This is kind of like a private event. But today's been open up to the public, and we've had a lot of you guys stop by, check out some of the baits, which are behind me right here. Yep. And you guys have been shaking our hands and saying what up and taking pictures. So it's been great.
So
what do you guys think?
Yeah, what
do you guys think of Icast?
It's been a long week. Obviously, we've been here for 4 days now. This is our second video we filmed. You guys filmed a small pond video. Yep. What is Icast and what kind of goes on at Icast?
Yeah, so first and foremost, Icast is a lot of standing around and or walking around. And it's basically a way for people to introduce their lures. We use our YouTube channel to do that. We use like social media to obviously introduce stuff that we find interesting and new to you guys, but stuff like this is a more unique and formal, conventional way of letting you guys know, letting the masses know, the public know that we've got new hot product releasing soon. So we've had a lot of buyers come up. They're wanting to carry our baits within their store, whether it be a small tackle shop or a big tackle shop, outdoor shop or something like that. We've had a lot of online retailers. Tackle Warehouse came by. They're carrying our baits now.
Yep. We've got Tackle Warehouse. You can actually pre-order on Tackle Warehouse.
Yeah, you guys can pre-order and
pre-order
tackle too.
Yep, Carl's will have it, and pretty much a lot of different retailers.
And then hopefully they will be in store shortly. So.
Yeah, you guys have been asking where you can get the baits, and perfect example, and they're going to continue to show up everywhere, whether it be in store or online. So stay on the lookout.
Yeah, so why don't we just talk about the baits real quick? I feel like we've been overdoing it. What do you want? You think so?
I don't know. I don't think we have.
I don't think we really have.
I haven't personally on my channel really talked about.
Just real quick, just talk about your bait real quick.
Okay.
Why'd you design it? Let's just do that. A quick why.
I would do just a quick why.
Just a why.
Not necessarily what or how you're going to use it, because I've heard a lot of.
No tips.
This is a great bait for using in different colors of grass. We've kind of done a lot of that.
Here's my bait.
Yeah, we got 6 baits.
You want me to start off?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Here's the bait I helped design, the drag and drop. Why? Why did I design the drag and drop? I love to drop shot fish. I love to fish up north. I'm from the Midwest. That's my home. It's my heart. The Midwest is right here. And that's why for me.
What about you?
Was that a good why?
No, that's perfect. Yeah,
Thanks.
sure. Why not?
So the Mondo worm, being from Texas, a lot of the southern lakes that we fish, big worms are really popular. Caught a lot of big fish on big worms. Jigs and worms. It's probably what I throw a ton of. And wanted something unique that's got a lot of thump in the tail that's not going to hang up in brush, hang up on docks as much as a long ribbon tail.
You okay?
Ribbon tail worm does. So that's the purpose behind the Mondo worm. And it's a beautiful little dangler. I'm so happy with it.
Are you how hard do you dangle that worm?
You can dangle
scale like 1 to 10.
Yeah. 10 being the hardest dangle.
Like in terms of dangling, that's a 10-inch worm. You probably dangled the hardest.
Really?
I figured.
Like the most motion. Yeah. I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And the fish here at the tank. So we did our first tank demo.
Oh, that was
the
epic.
other day.
That was so proper.
Yeah.
You did it, Rackley.
I did it.
We didn't do it. We did not do it.
We cheered him on. We cheered him on.
And all these guys were there. So the fish, from my understanding, were not really eating the other baits, other demos, and then we get up there.
The first cast.
It's like boom, boom, boom. It's getting smashed.
Yep.
I couldn't even see what was happening because all the bubbles were going on in the tank, and everybody was like, whoa, these fish are crushing this thing. So it's been a great reaction here on all the baits, but that's why I designed the Mondo worms, to catch Mondos.
Mondos only,
Preach.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this right here, this is the trench hog. This is the bait that I had a hand in designing. And the whole idea behind it is it's a 2-in-1, 6 inches long, but you can cut it down, make it shorter. So it's kind of just a long, bulky presentation that you can Texas rig and all that other stuff. And I just wanted like an all-around, like something that you could finesse fish, put on a shaky head. Like Rackley was saying that this thing on a shaky head is like insane. But you can also keep it full length, Texas rig, and catch big fish. I mean, it's a big presentation. I got to stay away from the small fish, trying to evolve here, trying to keep up with these boys
really
and catch
proud
big
of you.
fish.
Yeah.
So I designed basically the biggest thing that I could think of. So that's the idea behind it.
Great.
Mondo's only. Me and Rackley,
Great.
Mondo's only.
Yeah. Great. Well, you're getting there. Hey.
We've actually
I'm
caught
trying.
a lot of big fish this year.
Yeah.
And it's probably because of the baits.
Well, yeah.
With the help of the Googan
lives are
baits,
changing.
you too can catch Mondos. Okay, go ahead.
That's a great tagline. Wow. I just
We should
got
put
chills.
that on the bait.
You got you.
I just got
put that on the
heavy
baits,
chills.
boys.
That's the new slogan.
So the bait that I helped design is the Kraken Crawl, which is a crawl lure is like one of my favorite baits, just because it can do a lot of things, such as fishing it slow, fishing it fast. You can pair it up with a jig. You can pair it up with just a Texas rig or Carolina rig. And it was one of those baits that I kind of grew up fishing. A lot of small ponds in Illinois, and one of those baits that I tend to use the most as a kid is throwing a crawl. So that really like killed it the most for me, and I just like it.
Grab a. Oh yeah, whatever. It's fine.
Crack it open.
Ooh,
Got him.
Yeah.
no pun intended. That was a good one, Rackley.
Thank you. Give it a
guys
whiff.
ready?
Wow.
Sneoff.
You guys like ASMR? Cool, we're gonna do a little bit of it right now. You hear that? That's the Kraken Crawl. So this is the bait that I chose to help design the most. It's a crawl, and it's a crawl with a lot of spunk. It's got a ton of action. As a kid, I grew up fishing like a ton of different craws. I had like literally one bag dedicated to craws, and I think I had like $100 worth of craws, which back then was like 3 years worth of saving up. And I just like it so much because I like fishing jigs, like fishing on the bottom. I preferably like to fish slow. I like to pick apart laydowns and feel every single branch and twig, and I can do that with a crawl like this. And I also really grew up fishing the crawl. A lot of small ponds where I grew up, and you can't go wrong with a crawl, whether it be
You gotta have one.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's a must. It's a must.
It's got to be in everyone's repertoire, even if you don't like fishing slow or you like fishing crankbaits. You got to have a craw because that's one of Bass's favorite foods. So it's a neat little deal. We actually spelled it kind of interestingly. It's spelled with a K. It's like Krackin apostrophe.
So therefore, except for I feel like Rackley ruined it. So we all aren't highly educated.
Yeah. So I don't know how to spell, and we spelled it.
We just kind of went with it at that point.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
we just got
It's been
unique
fun.
names to the baits, and also it's kind of like an aggressive, crazy looking thing. So I think the name has to fit the bait, right? So there we go. And Rob's not here, but he would love to talk about his bait. He helped design
The Slim Shake.
Yeah.
Slim Shake.
Yeah.
I think all these baits are just the essentials. We're working on more
Yeah.
now.
The go-tos.
Yeah.
So we've already been getting a lot of
By the way, there
questions
may
on-
or may not be a smaller version of this
Uh-huh.
and or this. I don't know for a fact, but I'm just saying.
throwing it out
Could
there.
be,
Obviously,
possibly.
we didn't want to come out with 200 baits right away. We wanted to come out with the essentials. We wanted to
Yeah.
focus
The
on
core.
6 to start
we
off
wanted
with.
to
items.
focus on
Nice,
6 so we
nice
can make them the best
foundation.
6 we possibly can.
You know?
Yep.
And then once we move on from that, we can make it bigger, better, and grow the company to.
Yeah, a lot of you
The
guys were
seal.
commenting, when we're coming
The
out with
sky.
this and this bait and this bait, and so we're working on
It's
every.
already working.
We've been working on
Yeah.
as many baits as possible. We're going to try to do we all have amazing ideas in our heads. And
Oh,
we're finally
we've always
able
got
to-
amazing ideas.
Claire's got so many ideas. It's not even
Making it
funny.
seem like Steve Jobs here. We all have amazing ideas in our heads.
Okay, well,
I did like your idea.
I know
though,
what you meant to say.
You know what?
We've all got
This
a
is
bunch
Mr.
of
Jobs
really.
himself.
we have a bunch of ideas for baits.
I don't know if they're all amazing.
Okay, all right,
Claire had a
whatever,
great idea.
whatever,
You
boys,
listened
whatever,
to
boys.
that.
Regardless, we're coming out with new stuff, so just stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned for that.
And I know a lot of you guys have been really mad that they're not in stock right now, but we're working on that as well.
We're trying as hard as we
They're
can.
about
Yeah.
to hit the retailers. They're about to hit the stores.
About
where
to
you guys
see them everywhere.
Yeah, so then
Green
you guys
gloves.
can have them whenever you guys need them. And I know they're very in high demand, or they're in high demand right now. And Sam Sobey's laughing at me right now, so I need him to stop. But we will have them for you guys, and you don't have to worry. We're working on it.
In case you guys wonder too, you probably think there's a big film crew behind the cameras rolling at all times, but our cameraman's eating a chicken sandwich right now.
He's literally-
His hands are probably
Can
greasy
we
as
get
hell.
a pan
Yeah.
on that?
Yeah.
Hey, grab the
Yeah.
other camera.
Grab the other
Let's
camera.
Let's
Let's go
get-
a shot of Wes.
This is Westbury. This is the donut kid, by the way, in
This
case
is
you
Wes.
guys Didn't remember.
He's sitting
There
just
it is.
He
relaxing.
loves chicken minis.
chicken
minis and donuts.
So yeah, that's basically what we're just eating
We
chicken
don't have a
minis and
bunch
talking
of
about
Eating chicken,
classic
talking about
baits.
baits, and
Yeah.
chilling
We
at
really have people that
Icast.
aren't on camera. I feel like they know everybody that works with us.
Yeah, for the most part.
It's
Yeah.
all a big family.
It's a big family.
Big family.
We got Winston behind us with Favorite. We got
Yeah.
some new rods coming out with Favorite. You
Yeah,
guys excited
Yeah.
a
about
lot
that?
of new stuff.
You want me
Lots
to
of-
pick one up?
Go
Yeah,
get it.
I'll
Yeah.
go grab one.
Go get the expensive one.
Yeah, the one on the end there. Yeah.
Yeah, the Mercedes.
The
Mercedes-Benz
of
rods. Yeah.
Is it it's a hex or is it an oct?
It is.
Oct.
I think.
I
is it
don't know how.
oct?
Is
I
it
thought
6
was
size or
hex.
8?
I thought it was 8-sided.
I thought it was a hexagonal.
I think it's 6, which is
That's
hex, right?
I thought it was 8-sided, but if it's it's hex.
When did we learn that? Like 3rd grade? I don't think I really.
I don't know, I think I
didn't really
skipped
pass
3rd grade.
that class. Geometry.
Geometry.
Yeah, that's the right
Geometry
class.
1, Geometry 2 in high school.
Not a fan of that
the
one
only
for
two
sure.
classes I got an A in, so I can
Really?
tell
Really?
you. Yeah.
So you know your angles and your
I
sides
mean-
on shapes.
You know,
It's important.
Oh,
the
look at.
hexagonal, octagonal.
Ooh.
Sneak peek, boys. Look
Oh
at that thing.
my! Have we talked about that?
There you
We
go.
have not
Talked
at
about
all.
this?
There we go.
Wow.
So
Okay.
we have, listen to this, we got the whole spectrum here.
This is what Icast is all about. By
We've
the
got
way.
the affordable
blasting out new stuff.
and the badass and a little bit more expensive rod.
yeah.
and
So
in
the
between
deal
her.
is, a lot of you guys wanted, an affordable, under $50 combo, and we've made it here with the G
There it
Squad
is.
combo, and this will be available. I'm not exactly sure when, but it's going to be available.
We'll let
soon.
you guys know.
It's
Yeah.
legitimately like the perfect travel setup. This is something
Yeah,
that
it's a two-piece.
yeah, it's a
Two-piece.
two-piecer, great for like anyone with like if you got like a little sedan or if you're doing a lot of flying or something like that. Everyone's always asking me, how do you fly with your rods? That is how you fly with your
Yeah,
rods.
two-piece.
Never bring a full unless
No,
you have to,
it's
absolutely
terrible.
have to. Two pieces is the way to go. And this hypes me up the most because I see a lot of you guys saying, like, I love Favorite, but I can't necessarily afford like the higher end like Phantoms right now or whatever, which is totally fine. So this is a great entry level setup. I'm going to be using this thing a ton for ponds. I think
It's
we
a
all
pond
are.
crusher. Yeah.
So
It's a pond
that's
crusher.
we're really stoked for that. And I think it turned
And
out
it's a
really
good-
well.
It's a good multi-species rod.
It
as
is
well.
Crap.
crappie,
Yeah, crappie,
bluegill.
yeah.
If you're doing a
Yeah.
little streak
Just this
fishing,
one- it's just this one model in action. So
yeah,
it's meant
we
to
ought
be
to do
just
something where we
overall.
test it up against everything. Like we go
Yeah.
from bluegill to alligator gar and just
Catfish,
show
yeah,
people how it can
everything.
handle. I think because
Everything in
it's a very capable rod.
It's glass, correct? Is that what it is made out
That
of?
one's not. It's
that
a
one's
different
not glass.
Oh,
Different,
it's
yeah.
not different
Graphite.
one.
We
got
That's
another
that's
one
that's
coming.
that's
Oh.
I am graphite. I am too
It's
graphite.
graphite, yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then
You
that's
still
this
can't
one,
break
too.
this one.
Okay,
Yeah.
then that.
What do you got?
So speaking of glass,
Yeah, right.
Oh, that's
a lot of you guys have asked about cranking rods. When are we going to come out with cranking rods?
Yep.
Some of you are real serious about your cranking. So now Favorite in the Phantom series has come out with a graphite glass composite rod, which what that means is glass is usually really heavy, so it weighs you down, but it's good action for the crankbaits. This is composite, so it's graphite right here.
Super moderate, soft.
Exactly.
Yep,
Yeah.
super soft.
And then it's glass on top, so I can't reach all the way up there and bend that rod down, but it's meant to be very bendy. To put it
Give it a nice
plainly.
bend there, buddy. Look at that
Very
bend.
whippy on the end. So when you get a fish on a crankbait, you got those treble hooks, you're not going to lose them.
Yeah.
Plus you can, when a
Whippy.
fish eats a crankbait, a lot of times they just kind of suck it in, and if you have a full graphite rod, you'll take it away from them. So this
Yeah.
helps
And
actually
Winston,
hook
how
the
much
fish.
is that rod? That Phantom, that
The
new
Phantom-
glass
the
one?
Phantom
150,
glass.
right?
149. That's it's actually part of the Phantom line, but it looks a little bit different.
Yep.
I think it looks a little bit
and
cleaner.
The one I'm holding is a 7.4. So
7.4 cranking rod.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's big. It's for big cranks, You're
Big
also-
old
medium,
cranks.
medium to deeps.
Have you ever thrown chatterbaits on glass?
Yes.
I was about to
Yeah,
say,
it's
chatterbaits
awesome.
are actually
Yeah,
really
I'm a
good.
fan of
Basically,
that
any
as well.
moving bait, spinnerbait, chatterbait, square
A
bills.
little bit of spook action
Yeah,
too,
and
if you're
it's-
throwing like
yep.
a big
It's
spook.
really
Spook,
light. I
yeah.
can't tell you how light this is. I don't know the exact specs, but for a glass rod,
Yeah.
super light. So that's another thing we're super pumped about that a lot of people have asked for. And then we've got,
This guy. So it's oct, by the way.
is it ox?
Yeah,
so
it's
I
oct.
won the competition.
You won. It's octagonal, which means like right here it's not smooth. There's 8 sides to it, which actually increases the strength of it.
so it's,
and
not, it's not a circle.
I've never seen this
Correct.
technology
Yeah,
before,
this
by
is-
the way.
this
I've
is-
never
it's
seen
nobody
it.
has
There's
this
flat
technology
sides
right
on this.
now.
There's 8 of them. And this is an 8. What is this? An 8.2?
It's an 8.2. Yeah,
Dude,
that's
This
why I
is
brought
an-
it over.
Yeah, this is an
We have-
8.2.
we
and
have
this
an
thing is
8.2
the,
rod,
Like, one of
yeah.
the lightest rods I've ever felt. It's seriously like absolutely insane. I actually caught a fish with this 2 days ago. We went pond fishing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is what rod I used, and I caught a fish with it, and it's like, it's unreal. I can't believe.
Punching,
I just can't believe it's like a
flipping.
thing. Like, how
Two-
can you make this so light? And it's just incredible. But it's obviously it's the Mercedes-Benz,
Mucho
boys. Look at that
dinero.
thing.
Yeah, that's like the
Look at that
Rolls
thing.
Royce of
It's
sticks,
very
and you
expensive.
definitely can tell just by picking it up.
I think it's
Yeah.
$500.
It
I
is.
can't
Yeah.
afford it.
$500.
But
It's
we've got a
500
little bit of
bucks.
everything. We've got inexpensive, medium expensive, if that's even a thing, and then we got fairly expensive, pretty expensive.
Yeah.
But this is going to be one of those rods for all you guys who want like that
The
one
ultimate.
stick that's going to last long. Yeah, the ultimate. You want the ultimate fishing experience. The cool
Sensitivity.
thing about that 8.2 is it's not only going to be light, strong, but your casts are going to be significantly longer. So
Yeah.
like deep jigs, like if you're combing like a rocky, like deep flat, like this is, I'm like super freaking pumped for this because I love fishing deep football head jigs. And she just looks good.
It looks
It just
amazing.
looks really,
Yeah.
really good. Like
a
show them the
beauty.
butt. Show them that booty. You got
it's
this
a beauty.
weird like,
It's
like
different
calico cork. It's like a
densities of
mixture.
cork, yeah, for balance.
EVA.
It's crazy.
And just a whole lot
It's the
of.
most comfortable reel sea I've ever felt in my life. Like,
yeah,
not
The-
even
the
kidding.
spinning versions
Yeah.
of those for like
Yeah.
the smallmouth freaks
Oh, yeah.
for finesse
Game over.
fishing.
It's gonna be stupid.
Stupid.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have one of these in my low. This thing costs more than my boat.
Your
by
actual
the way.
boat itself.
Yeah. So.
So,
And that's not really saying much. I think that one actually probably costs more than my boat too.
but those are just some of the new things. I mean, there's also
And
a
there's
whole
a
line
bunch
of
of new
MLB
models,
rods and
And we
there's
got
a few-
Yeah,
the
this
girls'
is just the-
rods.
Yep,
we just
some
Girls'
female
rods.
angler
We got the
rods.
female
Yep, but if you're a
shaver
baseball
rods.
fan, MLB, every single MLB team we have,
Yeah, that's
actually,
crazy, too.
which is insane.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
if
I
you guys
don't know how
are
we got
Red
that
Sox
deal, but
fans or Yankees,
awesome.
whatever, we got it for you.
Who
So
knows?
yeah, no one knows, but it just happened and it's great. So that's
Yeah,
that, folks.
We just found out about all these rods like what 3 days ago.
Yeah, we showed up and
Yeah.
we're like, so what's new?
Thanks,
and they're
Winston,
like,
for
oh,
keeping us in the
really?
loop, bro.
And there's just
Appreciate
a
it,
whole
man.
wall of new stuff, so it's beautiful.
I think
Beautiful
we've
thing.
been overwhelmed with winning
Winning,
on,
yeah.
on this trip.
Just great stuff happening, folks. Yep.
And like John said in the beginning, like coming here, this is my 10th one.
10th
I'm
one.
a dinosaur.
A decade.
On these Icasts.
Wow.
But yeah, I
Ancient.
remember like 3 years ago, I was kind of tinkering around here, and
It's go to put tinkering. It's the best
we were
way to
literally
describe
tinkering
it.
around. We were kind of walking around like, hey guys. I was in like a suit, and you guys were like kind of vlogging around. I had
I had my
channel,
shirt tucked in, I think.
And
Yeah, I was wearing a
now
polo.
We have our own booth. Like, I don't even know what to think about it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
amazing, and the support from a lot of the mid-level pro guys that have come in and be like, man, you guys are doing it.
Yeah.
I like what you're doing.
Oh,
That's
there's
jumping on
definitely
board.
like some
Amazing
heat.
feeling.
There's some heat from guys who just like think what we're doing is whack, and they don't. Whether they believe in it or disagree with it, or they're just jealous. There's like a lot of people that don't
It's like a
really support this.
disruption. I
But
think
I
it's-
honestly, I don't know about you guys, but that is just freaking awesome. It like fuels us
It's
even
fuel,
more.
It's jet fuel
But
to the fire.
aside from that, really, what's amazing is like all the guys that you wouldn't expect to be supportive to something like this, naturally so, but they are. And that's what's also incredible about this. Because, dude, listen, everyone in this room, this building right now should be on the same side. Unfortunately, it's not that case. And any opportunity that we can do to open those doors and be like, yo, it's all chill. We just make baits. We're goons. We fish. Sure,
Yep.
we mess
Yeah.
up. Sure, we break rods. Sure, we snap off on giants. But it's just fun. And that's
Yeah,
why
we're
we're
just
doing
here
this.
to have
Because
fun
these
and-
baits are
yeah.
fun. Making baits is fun.
It's an
And
absolute
growing
blast.
the sport.
Yeah.
That's another thing that we've seen is just more people getting into fishing.
Exactly.
And it's just been awesome too to also pave the way for some other YouTubers. We've had a lot of YouTubers come in the building and just say thank you guys for what you're
Yeah.
doing, and it's a good feeling.
Guys like who walk up and they're like, you know, I make YouTube videos and we'll ask them like, hey, how many subscribers do you have? I've got like only like 3,000, 5,000. I'm like, what?
That took me 2 years to get 3,000.
Yeah, that took me forever. And I know, again,
Yeah.
it's a different era now, but still, I'm thinking to myself like, this is a place and a time where like you can grow and actually make a really awesome, if not hobby, like a lifestyle out of this. And it's neat to see other people. And who knows? Someone could have walked past this today, like a kid with a camera, who's about to just pass us in like the next 3 or 4
Yeah,
years.
you never know.
Which
You
I
have
think is
absolutely no idea.
mega hype. I love that. That's really, really cool.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's the first time the industry's kind of also accepted, I think, us as
Yeah.
a real
I
thing
think-
now.
Yeah,
Definitely.
This
Pretty
year
cool.
is
Yeah, I was gonna say I wouldn't say accept us, but acknowledge. Yeah,
Acknowledge,
acknowledge
yeah.
is the right
That's
word,
about
not
it.
accept.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Acknowledged us,
I
and
don't have good vocabulary.
you know, yeah, it's all good stuff though. It's amazing. It's absolutely
fun.
incredible.
But most importantly, it's been fun.
Yeah, it's
and
been
it's
lot.
all
fun.
because of
A
you
lot of
guys.
fun.
Honestly,
Yeah, so thank
if it
you
wasn't
guys
for
so
you guys,
much.
none of this would be here. We wouldn't have baits or rods or anything. So, huge thanks. Appreciate it, guys.
What do you
What's
guys
next?
want? What do you
What
guys
else
want
we
to
gonna
talk
talk
about? I don't know.
I don't know what.
my arm is-
Let's ask this question. What are you guys most looking forward to, like Icast? Like, what are your predictions for Icast? Like, what do you think will be going on? Like, as far as GOOGAN Baits go, like, I mean, what are some
after
other
Icasts
ideas that you
predictions,
guys have had that you've wanted to jump on, whether it be personal or just GOOGAN related?
just from gathering
Yeah,
stuff?
set
from
some
here
set
from
some
the show?
2019 July, mid-July goals. Like, where do you want to be this time next year?
Man, Well, obviously expand on baits because we've had.
I want like
requests, and we're already
I want like
thinking about it.
15.
Yeah, 15 baits.
And that's another thing that I've learned just being in this industry a long time. Like you always need to be innovating.
Yeah.
And just stay on top. And we got no problem with that because we got a lot of young, creative minds.
We got a strong team. That's the other thing too. Is we have a really strong team.
But maybe grow the booth. Yeah. Maybe have more of a media presence. I mean, we're probably a bigger media presence than anyone here, but just make it like massively in your face.
I want to make it like more open too, in that sense of like, I remember as a kid, not to reflect on what we were talking about earlier, I'd walk up to the booth and I'd be like intimidated, like everyone was kind of like looking away. Like I wanted this to be like more of like a welcome thing, like less of like of course check out the baits, more of just like a hangout kind of spot. There's very few like chill places here at Icast where you feel like, all right, I can kind of let my guard down and just hang out.
I think we've had more of that at our booth than probably
much
anywhere.
Yeah, just relax.
It's a relaxed atmosphere. Yeah, we're here to make some sales, and that's been awesome, but there's been a mixture of kids. I don't know how they've got in with they're like, it's like a 12-year-old guy with a buyer tag, but just come in, spend time with everyone, and share our stories and share fishing stories, and that's what we're here for, That's what we do every day. We share stories on videos.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I don't
What's
know.
your goals, John?
For me, I think we got soft plastics right now, and of course I want to grow up on that. But I want to do stuff that like expands. Like I want you guys to be able to fish like, a Googan hook with a Googan bait, and that I think is really cool because finally we are now fishing something that we truly 100% believe in, and I want that on all spectrums. Like we've got the rods now. I feel like I'm like, so we're all proud of our sticks. We've all got our own signature series favorite rods. We have our own baits. Next, like rain gear and like stuff like that. So I mean, I think sky's the limit here. And when it comes to creativity and designing something that we finally want to design and are willing to design, I think now is the time in which we can say maybe this is like something we could really do. I mean, who knows? I'm just kind of talking out loud here, but
no, I agree.
If baits are possible, then why can't anything else be?
Expand the Googan brand. That's another.
You want to be a
thing that's
special
been really
guest?
exciting.
Hey, hop in real quick.
Jump in here. All right, guys. We have
familiar
This
face.
is the original Googan right here.
Original Googan.
The original Googan.
I'm just learning.
He's the original
You guys
Googan.
have set the standard.
No, it was you.
No, it was him. He paved the path for all this stuff.
Hey,
so.
I did the old school stuff.
The old school
Just the
stuff.
new
Well, who do you think we were watching when we were growing up?
Growing up, we're watching you.
Everyone always asks like,
That's still old school. I'm learning the new school.
He's keeping up though.
we're
Proud,
trading
yeah.
tips and tricks,
Good
essentially.
stuff.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if you don't know who this guy is, he paved the way for
Yeah,
all of us
I'm
doing what we're
Scott
doing.
Martin's son. I mean, no, I'm Scott Martin's dad.
Scott Barnes.
Scott Martin's son. Wow, how old is Scott?
And how many iCasts have you been to?
I've been to since 1970.
19.
All right.
How many is
So you're
that?
talking 40,
That's quite a
48?
few.
That's a decent
48
amount.
years?
Is that 48?
Yeah.
That's about right.
That is
That's-
paving the way, folks.
Yeah, that's a long time.
So
I think Roland knows the ropes.
Wow.
Yeah, hey, you guys are doing good. I'm glad
Appreciate
you got a bait company. That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You did great with these rods. Every time I turn around, Winston says, "I got a new rod for you to try. It's the new Froggin and something or other kind of rod." One of you guys developed it, so you've really you've made a presence in this industry. You're doing good.
Thank you very
Roland.
much.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
the
you.
ultimate compliment right
Yeah.
Wow, I'm actually like, this is
And
crazy.
you're having fun doing it.
Having a great
Absolutely.
time.
Yeah.
That's the most important part,
All
for
fun.
sure.
I'm having fun. I've
Yeah.
always had fun.
That's good.
That's
All that
Why? 'Cause
matters.
Fishing's fun.
Fishing
Exactly.
is fun.
Fishing.
Yeah.
And no matter what, even if you don't catch them, it's fun. Not quite as
We do a lot of that. We do a lot of not
A lot of
catching.
not catching.
yeah.
That
A lot of
happens
looking.
lot.
We were at dinner with your son the other day, and he was just saying that even still, you stay out on the water all day. You fish harder than ever. Like you just keep fishing, never stop.
See, when I'm with Scott, I'll be tired. I'll be just feeling like I want to throw up. I'm so tired. And I'll be smiling. And I'll say, "Son, let's go. Let's get." And I'll pretend like I'm just ready to go 1,000,000 miles an hour. And I'm really kind of faking it.
That's awesome.
Well, keep fishing, never stop. I
Yeah.
love it.
That's the
right.
motto.
Okay.
So-
Hey, good guys. Good
Yeah.
luck. Good luck.
All right.
Thanks,
Thank
Roland.
you.
Take
Thank
care.
you for stopping by.
See ya.
That was just insane.
Roland came by.
He's a great guy.
So yeah, like him, Bill Dance, all those guys.
Jimmy
Jimmy
Houston.
Houston.
Jimmy-
those
yeah,
three
Jimmy
guys
Houston.
that-
Hank
Outlander.
Parker.
Hank Parker.
and
They-
they still hang out and do shows together like we do. Like that's the crazy thing when you think about it. Back in the 80s and 90s when they were making all these shows, and they were the original Googans.
Can you imagine the smack talk that went amongst those? Like we smack talk each other, but like
I know.
feel like we
Imagine
had nothing on
all
their
those guys
smack
wearing
talk.
GoPros back then.
They throw
like,
some
it would have been
serious
amazing.
heat at each
It
other. Oh
would've
my
been
god,
awesome.
yeah.
The audio would have
chest
been
mounts were a thing back in the 80s. We'd be out, we still wouldn't be. Or like
it would be awesome.
Imagine like all the innovation that was coming out, like a plastic worm coming out, and then a crankbait that goes 10 feet.
Like a topwater frog.
Yeah, a topwater. Imagine like when something like that comes out, and then they're all doing videos and competing and all that stuff.
It would have been an amazing time to be a YouTuber.
Yeah.
Put it that way. All the new stuff coming out, but
crazy.
it's not.
Those guys have crazy.
Damn, think about the
stories.
thumbnails. Shoot.
Think about
First
We
lure
need to
ever.
get them on podcast just to tell their stories.
Yeah,
I feel like that would be a cool
Yeah, if you guys,
idea.
if you
Very
guys
legendary
think that's a good
stories.
idea, let us know. But
Legendary
maybe we'll
stories
have
would
like
be
a story time with all the legends, the guys who paved the way for us.
Yeah.
I think they would have. I mean, they could probably go on for days with amazing
I feel
stories.
like we should just have a random fan that kind of wants to come in. We just bring
You want to
them in for
invite?
a
You want me to
little
go? You want me to go get somebody?
bit. No,
I
just-
think they're kind of intimidated.
Yeah.
No. I'll have someone come sit down.
yeah, that's what I'm
Let
thinking.
me go find somebody.
No,
Just a
we'll just wait till
random-
they come by and then we'll call them in.
Just tell them, hey.
Okay.
It's a good idea. What do you guys think?
How do you know who's
No,
a
let's
fan
do
or
it.
not? though?
Okay. But until that happens, what else we got to talk about? So Icast has been fun.
Yep.
Owen Martin's an awesome dude.
Mhm.
Baits are awesome.
There's a lot of just.
There's a lot of
awesome
awesomeness.
stuff
What
happening.
any bad stuff has happened? We had I feel like this one's been
I
pretty.
caught like literally one fish. That's pretty bad.
That's
Yeah.
the only bad thing.
That's
is
the
Fishing-
Brian's nodding
the
his
fishing
head.
has not
yeah,
been
he's
great.
like, yeah, that
Very
was sick.
minimal
Yesterday
here.
we fished for 2
But
hours and I
here's
didn't
the
catch
thing.
anything.
I feel like it's just like it's hit or miss. Like you have to spend all day trying to find a pond that has good fish in it.
Yeah.
And then like we only have a couple hours to do it, and then it's been 150 degrees. I feel like during the day. So.
Yeah.
That's probably the number one question we got asked here too. Is
Do any
you guys
fishing?
fishing? Like,
Yeah.
No.
when you going fishing, it's like,
No.
man,
No.
we're here like launching all this. There's so much stuff that
We're
we're
here
doing.
working. We
Yeah,
haven't
yeah,
been
we're
able
just
to really
working.
have the fun like we like to, but this is still fun.
Absolutely, this is a different kind of fun.
Different
Yeah.
kind of fun, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
no fishing really.
So what are you guys scooting off to after Icast?
Right
Big
after
plans?
Icast.
Any big plans?
I mean, I'm moving.
You're moving.
I'm
So
moving
Flair,
in a day.
I
can we
heard
talk-
I heard a
Go-
rumor
Grown up stuff.
that you're moving out of your farmhouse on the little house in the prairie.
No, new farmhouse.
But is
Can
it
we
near
talk
corn?
about
How does
what,
that
uh,
work?
what you did
There
for it?
actually is a field right next to my house.
Decent amount of corn.
Yeah, so I'll be
Yeah.
I'll be driving the tractor in some vlogs.
That's crazy.
He's working
Are
the
you gonna be
land.
okay with that?
Yeah, I'll be good. I got chickens and stuff.
All right.
You know.
For
No,
sure.
I don't have chickens. I wish I had chickens actually.
Hey,
but
should we bring him in? Should we bring him in?
Sure.
You just took a photo. What's
Colin?
his name? What's his name? Colin?
Colin.
Colin. Want to come
Colin.
join?
Hey, want to come
Want
in?
to come in?
Let's go.
Come on
You
in,
got some
bud.
crazy hair, bro.
Here.
What's up, man?
It looks like your hair's meant to be on camera.
Yeah.
Take a seat.
All right, you got to introduce yourself.
This is
Hi,
Colin.
my name's Colton Filter.
Oh, Colton.
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 Sorry.
I
We
couldn't.
apologize.
I couldn't read. I'm blind. I'm sorry. I
All
apologize
that
for
corn
that.
you've been eating.
It's corn.
So where are you
Um,
from, man?
St. Cloud, Florida.
Okay.
California.
No, here, Florida.
Florida.
He's got that chill.
I'm deaf.
chill
I'm deaf and
accent.
blind.
And deaf.
New fun fact.
That's okay.
I'll just stop talking.
So,
what-
how you enjoying Icast?
I like it here. It's my first time here. It's
First time?
really exciting to see all the new stuff and new baits and stuff that came
Yep.
out.
So what do you think's the most crazy thing you've seen?
I've seen a lot of new live target things and stuff like
Oh,
that.
live
Then-
targets.
Yeah. Then
Yeah.
I've seen a couple new companies that are like just
Like
already
Googan
started.
Baits.
Yeah.
Brand new.
You're the
I've
most
seen a
excited
lot
about
of
Googan
them.
Baits.
I've seen a lot of them. They're nice.
Not being biased or anything.
So have you checked the stuff out? Seriously?
Yeah, I've looked. When I first showed up here, I looked at a lot of them, and I like the colors. They're real nice. And
Yeah? Have you
Thank you.
given them a
small
sniff?
compact. Yeah.
Yeah, you smelled them? I like to smell them.
Smells really nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the fishing been like here since we don't get to fish down here?
True.
Well, with the water, with all the rain, stuff like that, water's been running, so it's been really nice.
Really
A lot
good?
A lot of action.
Yeah?
It's been fun.
Okay.
Well,
Good.
there you go.
Well, what do you think about being on the podcast right now?
Yeah.
It's something new. I've never done it. You're kind of nervous about it.
You a little nervous
No,
about
it's
it?
You
all
don't look
good.
nervous
I get
at all,
nervous
you're
too.
good.
I don't even know what to say. Like the camera turns on, I'm like, wait, what are we supposed to talk about? It's all good.
All right,
So-
one last question. What's your PB bass?
It was 10 pounds and 8 ounces.
Everyone in Florida has a 10-pound
I
PB.
swear. There's
Wow.
That says
10
something.
pounder. Oh my gosh.
Where'd you
That's
catch it?
a mondo.
Lake Tahoe.
Toho,
Toho.
really? Okay.
Cool. I've never fished there, honestly.
That's
Nice.
insane.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's the biggest gator you've ever seen?
I've seen a couple 12-footers. I pulled
All right,
12,
cool.
so
All right.
He's reminding me as to why I don't live here.
It's
bigger than this table.
Wow, down here.
Wow.
Well, cool.
Jeez.
Well, Colton, thanks for coming on to the podcast for a
Yeah,
little
man,
bit.
thank you so much.
Yeah, nice meeting you.
Enjoy the rest
Nice
of
to
your
meet you.
first Icast experience.
Have a
See
good
you,
one.
bro.
See ya.
Peace.
Oh, there you
Wow.
go.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That was crazy.
So
That is pretty crazy.
I think that's our first fan jump in.
Jump in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it?
And we had.
What do
we
you-
got a
Yeah,
legend.
What do you guys think about like setting up in a Chick-fil-A parking lot and doing this, or like
I think we should
Walmart?
just set up
That
on
would be
spots.
so-
like a Walmart
Yeah.
parking lot,
That's a
and then
good
just invite
idea.
random people.
Yeah.
Hey, be on the podcast
Like some guy
and like
eats
just
chicken sandwich,
have
be
them
like-
tell a story.
Brackley, what do you got
Yeah,
next?
I'm moving.
Yeah, I'm doing grown-up stuff like Flair as well.
You're having like kids, right?
Yeah, I'm having.
How does that
I'm
work?
expanding the Fishing Freak
Yeah.
family. So we got one on the way in 2
That's
months.
sick.
So I got to go back to honeydews, guys. I got
I
to
bet that
build
list
wood.
is fairly long.
I've been into wood crafting lately.
Wow,
so I've
you
done
are
some
getting
wood projects.
getting pretty old.
when I get off the
God,
water.
you're
Have
Yeah.
you been filming
Uh,
that?
Yeah, I've been filming it.
Awesome.
I enjoy it. It's like a I fish so much that it's like a different thing.
Change of pace, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I've got a house that it's mostly made out of wood, so I figured I need to be good at wood things.
Do you have to get a car seat for the bass boat now? Or a
yeah,
boat seat?
I need a boat seat.
Yeah.
I need to strap it in.
Wow.
Actually, I learned that you cannot leave the hospital with a baby without a car seat in your car.
Really?
So
That's actually good.
There's
that's
there's
Think
a lot
about
of
that. Like if
learning
you just
lessons.
like, oh, honey, we forgot the car seat. Whatever, just it's fine.
Yeah, I got a shoulder.
Yeah.
Just throw it over there.
Yeah. Super dangerous.
Yeah, I've been wondering like how old is Emery going to be when we take her out on the boat for the first time?
Yeah.
Like, what's appropriate? You know, I feel like
I
I'm
feel like
pretty
you could.
experienced,
I
but
feel like you could rip your boat like a couple weeks deep. No.
I've got a buddy of mine. He's got a little daughter, and she loves to go like 70 plus. He'll be cruising like
faster
50,
the better.
and she's like faster.
Yeah.
Oh my
She loves
gosh.
it. Need for speed. So I don't know. I don't
See.
know. That's cool though.
Exciting.
Yeah, a lot of stuff going on.
What
It's
about
good.
you, Alex?
Well, I'm just kind of chilling in Chicago, fishing around there. I'm trying to go up to Alaska. I know I've said this like 150 times. I feel like you've actually hooked me up with your cameraman Mindak. He's up there right now, but
Yep.
I want to catch some salmon. Other than that, living in the woods and stuff like that.
You're a big survival guy, right?
Big survival guy
When's
now.
the
Oh, yeah.
collab with Bear Grylls coming? I feel like that should be a thing.
Mr. Grills actually hit me up a couple days ago, and he was like, "You know what? That was a crazy survival video. Did never done something that epic before, but we're gonna hook up together, and hopefully he'll come stay in the woods with me on some Walmart budget." So
All right. Well,
Yeah.
hey, watch out for
what
bears.
That's what I'm up to.
Big moves. What about you, John?
Gonna go home or not home, but back in Illinois where my parents live for a bit. Film some videos there. Do some pond hopping. I really want to get on the John boat. Everyone's talking about these hype trips, and I really just want to get on a 12-foot John boat and do some exploring and fishing. Just drop it into some dirt holes and some mud holes. Then after that, I'm gonna be fishing with Bryant, who you guys know, who filmed that amazing Iceland. God, that was like the best video series I think I've ever filmed. And then Australia, where we caught one GT. So I think the kid's bad luck, but hey, he's a great guy. And
Bad luck Bryant,
he's a
right?
badass behind the camera. So we're gonna go to Montana with my other friend Jaron, and we're gonna do. Do you know what we're gonna do? We don't know what we're gonna do, but we're gonna have rods and maybe try to find some fish or something like that. So I've never been to Montana, so that's cool. So if any of you guys are in Montana, word up. What's
Yeah.
up?
I want to go up there too.
I've been to
I know.
Wyoming.
Yeah,
it's
like-
pretty sweet.
I've
I mean,
been to
that's probably
Colorado.
similar. Huh?
Colorado's probably the only place.
Yeah.
Colorado and Oregon, Washington.
Yeah.
I haven't been out in like Idaho or any of those mountains.
No, I haven't.
Seems
been-
like
should.
it'd have some cool
We
stuff.
should do a Googan week there in August.
Where at?
Go figure it out.
Where do you want to go?
John, when are you going there? August? Or are you going there end of July?
I'm going there on the 16th
Of August.
Of July?
Oh, so like 2 days.
Very soon. Yeah,
Okay.
very, very, very soon.
Cool.
If you find it's cool, do you want to do Googan week there maybe?
If it's cool, yeah, it's got to be really
Send
cool.
it
But I
to
think
Montana.
on my guess, from what I've heard, it's pretty cool. So at the very least, we should maybe even like Washington. We haven't been back to. Have you been to Washington?
I've been. Yeah, Rob and
I
I
feel
went
like-
scale fishing.
Yeah, you
I
guys
feel like
went to Florida.
August
It's beautiful.
in Texas is a no-go for Googan week.
It's
No.
just a
Yeah,
no-go.
I
It's
just
great in
don't
the
think that's
spring,
gonna happen.
But
It's a little spicy there.
Yeah.
dude,
Yeah.
yeah, it's stagnant.
So yeah,
Toasty.
that's
Sounds like we had some big plans
This is
going
the
on.
Icast podcast.
Icast podcast.
Anything else you guys want to
Man,
include?
I think it's almost
good.
had a fatality.
We're good.
I think it's time that we peace out, get back to the peeps, talked about some baits, some
Yep.
more, and wrap things up. This is our final day. Thank you guys so much for watching today's
Absolutely.
Thank you
Googan
for making all the way
cast.
through.
It's
Thank you for
been
being with us.
it's been a real ride,
So
and
excited.
we're just getting started.
Yep.
So
Thanks
anyway,
to Colton for joining us. Thanks to the special guest, and I guess
And rolling.
we'll
Two
see you
shots rolling.
guys.
Roll Martin.
next time. This video. Are we editing this sooner? Or are we sooner? Okay, so you guys are seeing this probably
Like
before
ASAP,
some
eh?
Googan videos come out. And yeah, hopefully
Yeah.
we'll be in Wyoming or somewhere cool for August Googan week. Check out the baits and
Pre-order.
We'll catch
Link
you
down
guys
below.
on another episode of
The Googans.
Peace.